Alright, hey y'all, welcome back to Sitting with Ashley. I'm Ashley. This is a story time slash collective message. I want to share a situation that happened to me the past week. I think with Mercury retrograde, this may be a common energy for a lot of folks. So I just had a lot of clarity today and made a decision to go a different way. So let me share. Okay, so before I wanted the ambulance, there was a bus that people were driving around town that was like the exact bus I wanted. I really wanted like a shuttle bus, not a school bus, and I had my eye on it, but it wasn't for sale. People were, so I got the ambulance instead, which has been amazing, okay? And it's not done. We still have to get it fixed and paint it, which I need to do. But anyway, with our tax money, I saw that the people were putting the bus on sale, and it was for sale for months. So I finally reached out to him in December, knowing taxes were coming soon. And I was like, hey, I want to buy the bus. I will have money in February. Okay, so taxes came last week. I messaged him. I was like, hey, I would love to buy the bus. No response. He didn't respond to me another time in January either. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then, I was asking around, asking some other folks, like, how to get in touch with these folks, because the number on the bus was not in service anymore either, right? So I was like, okay, fuck. So I was like, I don't know if they're still, whatever, I don't know. So anyway, I found out that they live right there, and I was like, oh, okay, so I'll just stop by. And I stopped by and talked to an older man. I don't know what day of the week it was. Monday. Today's Wednesday. And then he said, oh, he'll be home later this afternoon. And so I went back then in the afternoon, and they were like, oh, he won't be home until tomorrow. And I was like, okay. And then I went back the next day, and he's not going to be here for another 2 days. I'm like, okay, I usually get what I want when I want it. If I have the money to buy something or make something align or manifest, I usually have no problems. So at that point, I'm like, this seems like my guides. Like, I'm being cock-blocked by the universe. It might just be that these people are weird. I'm like, so I talked to a couple friends. I was like, is this a weird situation? Or, like, am I just being, like, super eager because I want it, right? And they all gave me good feedback that made me think, right? So I want the bus to turn into a shop. I want to expand the shop for the ambulance. Obviously, you know that. I'm going to be expanding online as well. So I was like, I would love a physical space. And now that I know the RVs are gone, I was like, well, fuck, I really wanted this bus to begin with. Like, why not? Like, this seems like it's aligning. But there shouldn't be that much resistance in a decision when I have everything worked out on my end. There should not be that much resistance. So I was like, okay, this yesterday I was like, so I started thinking, and then I started talking to friends, and I'm like, I don't think this is what I'm supposed to do. And I just got massive clarity because I already have an extra canopy, and I bought that mesh, like the screen netting for the canopies. So I was like, I can already essentially make a room for the shop, and I've already picked out all of the display fixtures that I wanted for the bus. But now that I know it's going to be a different layout, I was like, there's one thing that I can still get as a display fixture that I was going to have in the bus. It will still work in a canopy. And then I just Googled a couple other things. So I got some like long skinny tables. They're like 6 feet, but they're like 17 inches. And for display, I was going to get these really cool like cubey, mismatched cubey shelves, like kind of retro vibe. I am going to be carrying over the theme of like graffiti art, my style, which is like very black and white and lots of color. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, like, let's just go with this. And I'm going to be saving multiple thousands of dollars doing so, which I really need to do. I really need to be saving money this year, because last year I meant to save money, and I let us get bone dry, and I don't like being uncomfortable. So I need to save. So I feel like I wanted to share because I've been keeping this very quiet, hush hush, because I didn't want anything to get in the way of the manifestation. But, I want the ambulance. I want to finish the ambulance, and I want to be able to travel. So I made sure that the fixtures I bought were things that we could easily pack up. You know, there's going to be a little bit of Tetris happening, but I'm going to focus on finishing this project instead of starting a new one. Because I was like, okay, I'll get the bus, and then I'll use money that for college to like do the painting in the fall. The tree blossoms are really, really gnarly, especially on this front tree where the ambulance is parked and my car used to get it. I think it's mulberry. It's some sort of berry, and so in spring it's everywhere and it's sticky. And so I was like, I don't want to paint before that. You know, so now I'm going to be able to have money to actually take care of it, finish this project, and so we can use it. And I think that's one of the things I feel like I'm getting in my own way, because I'm getting that line from Reese Witherspoon from, I'm expecting another package tonight, but I don't know. Something's happening. But anyway, that's the line from Sweet Home Alabama, where her dad is like, at the end when the husband's meeting, her dad says, "You can't ride two horses with one ass, sugar bean." And so I'm like, you're right, like I can't drive. I already have two vehicles, I'm only one person. So I had to like pivot backwards to like my mantra, my mommy mantra, start with what you have. And so yeah, so this is lovely, you know, and I think my whole goal is to be financially free. And, you know, as I was talking to my friends, they were like, maybe you should get a trailer instead. And I'm like, I do have a trailer hitch on my car. Like, that's an option. We could do that. You know, if I want to travel with the shop, if the shop becomes that successful, obviously if I have more money to invest into it. So I just wanted to get on here. I was like disappointed, but carrying the unknown, like carrying the weight of the unknown when you have a vision for something and it's not working out, whether it's a relationship or a job prospect or a move or a housing situation or a car or something like this, if the more resistance, and I know this and I'm getting better at reading the signs as they happen, and, you know, I told her yesterday, I'm like, I feel like I'm getting creepy, so, okay. And I plan to back off anyway, but today I'm like, no, I'm done. So I did go ahead and buy the fixtures I want. I got 2 long tables. I'll share as they come. And I talked to one of my friends who has their own clothing business and other kind of business, and so we're going to start doing co-op stuff where we switch products as I make them. He's way farther ahead than I am. And then Baby Daddy also has a bunch of stuff that he brings me, like posters and t-shirts and stickers from various movement stuff. So I want this to be like a cooperative space or collective space where if people in the areas that I'm going to, once everything is fixed, it's going to be like a mutual aid, outreach, network building, education space, and I'm really excited about that. So thanks for listening. I'm good. Like, it shouldn't be that hard, and those people were I was very uneasy yesterday. I was very uncomfortable with the situation. So I'm like, yeah, I don't feel like that should be the people I bought the ambulance from are great. Like, I had no, like, they didn't even have the title, and I was like, I trust you. Like, I knew, because it was the mom, the girlfriend, and the son. But they were selling it for their brother, and the brother had moved to Missouri. Everyone's moving to Missouri. And he, that's what someone told me about these people, too, is that they were moving to Missouri. It's weird. But anyway, they took care of the title, and I knew that they were going to take care of it. Like, I trusted them. These folks, yeah, not so much. Because I asked him that. That's what I asked him in January that he ignored. I was like, do you have the title? Because he didn't have it in the listing. So I'm like, okay. So I know these people are Trumpers. And I guess they know I'm not. And my friend was telling me, she's like, you don't blend in as much as you think you do. So anyway. I just want to share. So it's Mercury retrograde. But even when it's not Mercury retrograde, I had this set, and so today I'm kind of like, I'm realizing that, like, that is my ego. like wanting to acquire more when I'm not even done with the project I started, right? I just want it because I wanted it before the ambulance, right? But that was an entirely different reality. I already have the ambulance. And now that I'm starting to get into different spaces with the youth, I feel like we're going to be successful. I don't feel like this is going to, low numbers are going to stay low. The teen center is not open on Fridays, and I might start doing Friday afternoons because there's nothing available and the kids only have a half day. So I think I'm going to start offering that. I did initially when we launched, said I was going to offer that, but then I pulled off. So now that the weather's getting warmer, I think that would be a cool thing to offer. Yeah, I think the teen center is only Monday through Thursday. So Friday would be available. I am signed up to teach the Harry Potter watch and craft class on Friday afternoons this semester, but that's only an 8-week thing. And also, I don't know if anyone's going to sign up. So maybe I should wait until I know if I'm going to be hosting that and then offer Fridays. That would probably be a good idea. But yeah, I feel relieved and I'm excited because I bought all of the things that I wanted to put in the bus. Not all the things, because obviously I was going to do like curtains and stuff, but I'm like, the bus needed a lot more work than the ambulance, I'm not going to lie. It was quite the pit. In fact, when I talked to my landlord about it, he was like, you better get a couple $100 off on that. He's like, nobody's bought that in 6 months. And so that was another reason I was like, oh, well, there's no one else. So it's all good. I don't want it anymore. I noticed the other day when we were by it that like one of the hubcaps was like duct taped. I'm like, oh, yeah. So I guess the universe is encouraging me to be open to receiving something that is better, right? There's a one in the town over, but there's like a broken window, and I'm like, no. There's a trailer in Flagstaff, but I'm like, but it's like they put all this wood paneling, and I'm like, I don't like that. Plus, I don't know if my car could hold that or like carry it. It was pretty big. So, I mean, it probably could, but I don't really want a trailer yet. I don't know. This is fine. It's more than fine because I need to really focus on my products, and then hopefully what the products I make will get us more income. And I also got my my EIN today, my official IRS tax ID for my business. I haven't done that. I don't know why, but I talked to my mentor and he was like, it's super easy. It'll take you like 2 minutes. And I actually did it while we were still on the phone. So I got that done. I got my Cricut hooked up. Spent a lot of money on an app that wasn't even the right app, but I'm like, okay, whatever. I can still use it. Hopefully I will. But yeah. Okay, so thanks for listening. The moral of the story is that if there's any sort of resistance or confusion or it's starting to stress you out, no matter what it is, it's not for you. Cut your losses, whatever it is. Find the door, find the exit, pivot, right? Get out of whatever that is, especially during Mercury retrograde. It's not a good time to, and I actually picked that up in my reading the other day, and I mentioned, I was like, I'm planning something big, and for that to come through, I'm like, maybe that message is for me. So it was for me to not get myself into anything. And I'm really glad for the protection. I was annoyed the past couple days, but again, it was so heavy. And so I really was processing through that. Like, why am I like allowing this to emotionally drain me? When you start to feel like that about anything in your life, it's you giving your power to others and things that you can't control. And I mean, as much as I know that, I still go through it. And that's why I wanted to get on and share, because sometimes the decisions that we're trying to make are not the right decisions for us, and we're being told to not do that. So I hope this helps. Have a good one.